Check this out. China is banning hip-hop. It's all happening.
Static selector.
Last month, Time magazine ran a piece entitled Tasteless, Vulgar, Obscene, China just banned hip-hop culture and tattoos from television. According to Chinese news outlet Sina, the article states that the country's top media regulator, the State Administration of Press, Publication, Radio, Film, and Television of the People's Republic of China, now specifically requires that programs should not feature actors with tattoos or depict hip-hop culture, subculture, non-mainstream culture, and dispirited culture, read decadent culture, bling, 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 bloaw. Gao Chang Li, director of the administration's publicity department, outlined 4 don't rules. Here they are. Absolutely do not use actors whose heart and morality are not aligned with the party and whose morality is not noble. Absolutely do not use actors who are tasteless, vulgar, and obscene. Absolutely do not use actors whose ideological level is low and have no class. Absolutely do not use actors with stains, scandals, and problematic moral integrity. Reportedly, this is just one piece of a long-standing Communist Party campaign to control hip-hop's influence on youth culture, but also to prevent it from being a mode of political resistance. According to The Intercept, here's what they reported. Xi Jinping, he's the leader of the Communist Party. He laid out his vision for arts and culture in China in 2014, saying that imported art forms such as hip-hop should only be adopted if the masses approve and if the foreign art form has healthy, progressive content. Links in description. There's more. In 2015, China released a list of morally harmful songs, the majority of which were hip-hop. So clearly controlling the proliferation of questionable rap lyrics has been an issue of great concern for the state. But everything came to a head in 2017 when Chinese rap competition show The Rap of China blew all the way up. It's essentially the American Idol of Chinese rap competition shows. Notched 2.9 billion views, super viral, super influential. Here's the blowback. The 2 winners, PG1 and Guy, they were both smacked with a wave of condemnation from the state for promoting misogyny and drug use. In early January, SupChina, dope website name, reported that PG1's hit song Christmas Eve was denounced by the Communist Youth League. They made a post on its official Weibo account to criticize the song for encouraging teenagers to use drugs and insulting women. Not at all what I expect from a song called Christmas Eve, by the way, but whatever. Here's the English translation to some of the lyrics. Pure white powder walking on the floor, counting money in a party, kush, 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 burn them all. Good chicks approach me, so I don't bother making a move. All bitches come to my house, raise their butts, cosplaying like little reindeers at Christmas. I'll ride on their shoulders, exhausting all fuel oil and singing jingle bells. Every bro of mine is motherfucking dope. Now, I am sure there's lots lost in translation, but Jesus, that last line, every bro of mine is motherfucking dope. Every bro of mine is motherfucking dope. I'd rock that t-shirt. Maybe I should make one. Now, he is talking about white powder, riding around on bitches' shoulders like cosplaying reindeer. Super weird imagery, but PG1 ended up in hot water. The Communist Youth League said public figures on the internet should be a good model and provide proper guidance for the country's teenagers. I'm not sure riding around on bitches' shoulders like cosplaying reindeers meets that standard. Nevertheless, none of this strikes me as particularly new or particularly surprising. Hip-hop has weathered attacks from all sorts of political figures for decades in America and around the world, and still fights those battles to this day. In 1993, for example, politician and civil rights activist C. Dolores Tucker held a press conference targeting violence and misogyny in rap music. She pointed out Snoop Dogg's classic debut, Doggy Style, as public enemy #1. Here's what she said.
Thus, images that degrade our dignity and are an insult to our children, our families, and communities concern us too. And that includes all this gangster rap and misogynist lyrics. And with the release of Snoop Doggy Dogg's debut album, Doggy Style, that includes artwork that is nothing but pornographic smut available to any child to go in and buy with the album and with a record. That has got to stop. You want to know why I'm on the warpath? When I saw this, I said, that's it. We march again.
Dolores Tucker had a point though. The insert booklet for Doggy Style was crazy pornographic and preteen TCM loved it. Full disclosure, but this ended up being a prevailing conversation in the 1990s. Censorship. Tupac even dissed her on How Do You Want It? 2 Live Crew was another one. In 1989, the group released Nasty As They Wanna Be, their first platinum selling album, but also one of the first albums ever with a parental advisory sticker. Yet even with that sticker, U.S. District Court Judge Jose Gonzalez would subsequently rule the album as obscene and illegal for sale. 3 years removed from the album's release though, the United States Court of Appeals, the 11th Circuit, overturned the obscenity ruling, and the Supreme Court refused to hear Broward County's appeal. This was a major victory. Here's what Uncle Luke said. What this does is let black folks know that the First Amendment really does apply to us. It says we can speak our minds the same way that white people do. This isn't just a victory for 2 Live Crew. The entire music industry won big on this one. This was another watershed moment in the fight against censorship. Another one was Ice-T's 1987 debut album, Rhyme Pays, the first album ever to receive a parental advisory sticker. During a debate hosted by Uncle Ralph McDaniels in 1994, Ice-T defended gangster rap and offered this.
You think you understand what hardcore rap is? See, I do hardcore rap. I don't do pop rap. I don't do R&B rap. I do hardcore rap. I'm what is considered the inventor of the genre. I was the first person to ever get a sticker put on my record. I was the first person to ever be the PMRC Step 2. I'm #1 on the PMRC's list. The only reason I rap like that is because I did not know how to rap any other way. This is the life I'm living. But the audience that I attracted were the kids that did not listen to anybody else. With an unconventional enemy, it takes unconventional tactics. So with your tactics and the positiveness that you guys want, that leaves a whole sector of people that listen to music out in the open, because they ain't gonna listen to you no matter what you say. I go to the penitentiaries, I talk to the brothers that are stuck and ain't coming out. Why? Because I talk in their language. I talk in the dialogue of the streets. You would like, in a perfect world, for things to be different, but they simply aren't.
You like in a perfect world for things to be different, but they simply aren't. Real talk, guys. Now, whether socially or politically, hip-hop coming under fire for its real-world depictions isn't anything groundbreaking. Rather, it's representative of the hip-hop evolutionary cycle in every country. Think about this. Rap music shows up, all the kids love it, all the adults hate it, everybody dukes it out until the kids become adults and sell it to corporations, step, repeat. And what we're seeing in China is the Communist Party's recognition of the fact that hip-hop is having an influence on its youth and will continue to in the future. And it's more than just vulgarity. As we mentioned earlier, hip-hop has a political lean to it, a revolutionary lean to it. It's protest music, which no regime needs percolating at its underbelly. We'll see how Chinese rappers handle these new restrictions, but I'm incredulous. Check this out. PG-1 didn't buck back by any means. He swiftly released an apology on Weibo, an incredibly weak buck passing apology blaming black music. He said, "I was deeply influenced by black music in the early days of me being exposed to hip-hop culture. It made me misunderstand mainstream values, and I sincerely apologize for that. As I mature, I am more aware that I should have a stronger sense of social responsibility, advocate correct values, and get involved in more social service activities."
I'd like to start off by saying sorry for stealing from the stores in China.
PG-1's essentially hit with the same criticism as Snoop Dogg, Uncle Luke, Ice-T before him. Granted, I will not feign to understand the behind-the-scenes pressure this kid was hit with by the state Communist Party, but think about this. Here we have a rapper blaming rap for his raps about riding bitches like reindeer. Does it get any whacker than this? Does it get any less hip-hop? Has China found a way to curtail hip-hop's evolutionary cycle? Will we see this replicated in other countries around the world? I don't have the answer to these questions.
Status selected.
I know another Saturday. It's all happening. Thank you guys for rocking with us each week. We really appreciate it. This was a piece that a number of you guys asked about. A lot of people hit me up and said, hey, yo, China just banned hip hop. What do you think about it? Especially since we included Asian rappers and our black rappers going extinct conversation. Thank all of you guys for watching that one, by the way. I have another piece that I'm actually working on Asian rappers and the rise of Asian rap. And as I continue to talk to those artists, I will ask them about what's happening in China, what their thoughts are. But for you guys, if you're in Canada, have you guys run into similar situations with hip hop at different points in time? I remember when Canada changed its decency laws to exclude misogyny in a number of ways. How's that been impacted, or what impact has that had on hip hop? Same if you're in India, or if you're in Eastern Europe, or if you're in Africa. Let me know in the comments section. Let's keep talking about this. Censorship is a real thing, and I also know it's something that seems to evolve as people get older. I definitely find myself more critical of some of the things I'm hearing now, as opposed to preteen TCM, who was super excited about that Doggy Style insert booklet and the whole album. Let me know about that. Also, the winner from last week's contest, your name will be pinned to the top of the comment section, so look out for that as well. Let me know about what's happening in your life and what other music I need to be checking on. I've got 5 people telling me I need to do something on Death Grips. We'll see. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow @thecompanyman on everything. It's all happening.
But the media distorts what is happening, and this is a way for them to sell papers or create various TV shows that do well, and I think that's what the problem is. I don't think that people have gone into rap deeply enough to really even know what rap is.
I think the best thing to do is if we have a problem with it, the Reverend and this young sister here, praise the good rap. Just praise the good rap.